Kia ora Star Wars fans, welcome to middle-aged Kiwi man collecting Star Wars figures. Now in this review, I'm going to review a figure I never intended to review. That's right, and it is this guy. It's the Stormtrooper from the line that I believe is called Epic Heroes. You can't tell because it's not written anywhere on the packaging. I actually just bought this video to make one of those silly videos that I do where I just biff it away. That's literally why I bought it. But there were a couple of comments. Every now and then you get a couple of comments from people who don't really get the joke. I don't actually litter people. I'm not a litterer. I do actually go and retrieve those after I've made the video. Some people made some comments about me giving them away to children. I'm comfortable with where I'm at there. I give away to a children's charity every month. So, and then the thing that really got me though is people said, these are really good for army building. But they're not. Let me show you exactly why. Alright, taking a look at the packaging, and as you can see, it's awful. I quite like the image of the Stormtrooper, the drawn kind of image. That bright yellow and the blue, it's pretty bad, and you can see there, even inside the bubble, there's some kind of mark on the chest of my Stormtrooper. On the back, it's, yeah, nice and bright, doesn't say much. Stormtroopers are elite shock troops, fanatically loyal to the Empire and the Imperial cause, and then a whole bunch of blah blah blah. So yeah, I mean, there's plenty of these on the pegs at the moment, certainly in New Zealand, and I've seen lots of pictures of pegs full of them over in the US, so they're plenty available. In terms of price, I have to go there. This was 20 New Zealand dollars, which I believe is far too much. At the moment, vintage collection can range anywhere between $30 and $35 with the specials I got the other day. This one cost $20 when I bought it a couple of weeks ago. The other day I got that vintage style Boba Fett in the vintage collection for $22. So yeah, price is definitely a thing here. Right, and this is our Epic Heroes Stormtrooper. And you can see already the proportions are a little bit wonky, but let's have a look at his articulation. Well, let's have a look at his head sculpt. Yep, that's what it is. His head can move all around, Exorcist style. Go up and down a little bit. Then, of course, he's got these shoulder joints, which go all the way around. No elbows, no wrists, no ab crunch, and then just hip joints. That is it, and he's got these little holes on his gauntlets here. Presumably that's for added play features. His gun just fell out. We'll have a look at his gun. Just stand up, mate. It's a massively oversized E11. It actually reminds me a little bit of the Parallaforce 2 ones. It's so big. And then you have to really work. Well, initially I had to work really hard to get it in his hand, but there he goes. That is your Epic Heroes Stormtrooper. Okay, right off the bat, we're going to do the unfair comparison, and that's Epic Heroes Stormtrooper. I don't really have to tell you, you can tell, right? And this is the VC231 Stormtrooper, which is currently our definitive Stormtrooper. He's got the holster and everything. He's got full articulation. And he looks awesome. Just look how glossy and that he is. And if I bring these guys forward, you can see the real difference there is in the sculpt and the paintwork around the helmet. The Epic Heroes guy basically has no paint compared to this guy. So again, it's a bit of an unfair comparison, but it is relevant still, and the reason it's relevant is because this guy here cost me 20 New Zealand dollars. This guy here I can pre-order on Amazon Australia for around 25 New Zealand bucks a pop, and I've already got a few on pre-order, so they're both still available. One is a little bit more expensive than the other, but honestly way better for army building. Alright, next comparison is the 5 POA Stormtrooper from the Rogue One line, because a lot of people have said, not a lot of people, some people have said to me, oh, you could army build this guy, you could go in the background. Well, I don't think so, and you can see why here. So this guy, I'm quite happy to have in the background of my displays because I think he looks really cool. His helmet looks cool. You can't pose him, but he's just standing there in the background, whereas this guy, yeah, I can't have him in the background of my displays. He just doesn't fit in at all. I don't know what he really looks like, so we're going to do just a couple more comparisons. Alright, and this is a comparison I really wanted to do. So left to right, we got Epic Heroes, Power of the Force 2 Stormtrooper. He looks like he's my original Power of the Force 2 Stormtrooper, and he's gone a bit yellow in the torso, but he's still cool. And then on the right is the classic Kenner Stormtrooper, which again, you can still kind of get through the retro line. But honestly, this guy, the Epic Heroes guy, all this new tooling, and I don't think he's much of an improvement on those two ancient Stormies. So, you know, why would you go backwards? So we've had this one. So if you're into 5 POA, I'm not against 5 POA. I know I make these videos where I replace the 5 POA ones with Vintage Collection and biff them in the garden, but it doesn't mean I'm against them. And I'm really happy to have a few of these Rogue One figures, but again, this guy has become widely available. So if you're going to army build, honestly, my recommendation is get the VC231 Stormtrooper. As you can see at the back there, I'm quite happy to have 5 POA Rogue One Stormtroopers in this display. This is my Tantive hallway or Tantive hallway. And look what happens if you put this guy in there. He just looks completely out of place. So, yeah. Not my recommended figure, but honestly, buy what you want. You don't have to listen to me. Anyway, if you made it this far, thank you so much for watching. I'm middle-aged Kiwi man collecting Star Wars figures. Ka kite, and I'll see you on another video.